Welcome to a TLDR boss guide for Raszageth in Vault of the Incarnates, because we really needed a good villain, and this fight is a great end to the new tier. Raszageth is the final boss of the raid and has 3 phases with 2 intermissions. Phase 1 starts on the main platform with the boss. Have the raid stand behind the boss and tanks face it away. Electrified Jaws is a big tank hit of magical and physical damage with a heavy dot and a damage taken increase, so swap before you die if you can survive it all. Electrified Scales is raid-wide ticking damage for healers to deal with. Lightning Strikes are swirls, so don't get hit. And Lightning Breath is a frontal on a random player, so watch the boss and don't stand in it. Static Charge makes 3 players deal fall-off damage and drop a big pool that slows you, so drop them at the edge and have the raid move into the boss to reduce the damage. At 100 energy, the boss does raid-wide damage and a pushback, so position yourself to get pushed into a pool and not go off the edge. Volatile Current makes everyone deal splash damage and spawn an ad, so you need to spread out and interrupt or purge the ad to kill it, so have everyone interrupt their own ad to get rid of them ASAP. Better check those talent trees for this one. At around 65%, you begin the first intermission, and the Vault Integrity bar will start ticking down. 3 Ruiner ads spawn on the 2 side platforms, and everyone gets thrown off the main platform, so split the raid and put markers on each side so everyone knows where to stand. The Ruiners have a damage shield that spawns a bunch of smaller ads when you break it, so interrupt the Acolytes, burn them all down, then move on to the next one. On Heroic, players also get Surging Blast, so move out if you get it. And the boss does an overhead breath, so check where it is for yourself and don't always trust the call out. Kill them all as soon as you can to give you more time in phase 2. After all the ads are dead or you reach 50% integrity, the boss returns to the last platform to start phase 2. The tank hit, swirls, ticking damage and volatile charge ads from phase 1 still happen here, so deal with them the same way if you don't have the memory of a Fury Warrior. Tempest Wing is a big wave you need to run or blink through with a hit of raid wide and a pushback. At 100 energy, the boss casts Storm Surge, a damage shield with ramping raid wide damage while it's up. Pop a healer cooldown or 2 to survive, but if you don't break it in time, you'll probably fucking die. Everyone also gets given a positive or negative charge, and stacking with the same mark gives you a damage and healing buff. On Heroic, if you're close to an opposite mark, you'll start zapping each other, so have one group run to the middle of the boss and the other stay on the edge. Fulminating Charge targets 3 players with a massive circle, so if you get it, get the fuck out of the raid, and if you hit anyone, they get it again. It also slows you, so don't be the priest who needs to finish their cast before moving. Deal as much damage as you can, and when you reach 0 integrity, you'll start the second intermission. The boss goes back to the sky to do her breath, and a Storm Fiend ad spawns in the middle. Ball Lightning shoots out orbs to dodge, so don't get hit. Crackling Lightning is ticking damage for healers, and every so often it teleports away, dealing raid-wide damage and spawning ads that will run back to him. If they reach the big ad, they'll heal and buff it, so push them, slow them, fuck them, whatever you want, but swap and kill them ASAP. On Heroic, you'll have 2 Storm Fiends, and killing one will buff the other, so split the raid and kill them at the same time to avoid this for too long. And after they die, you'll be thrown back to the main platform to start phase 3. This will be a DPS race due to the expanding storm at the edge. Tempest Wing and Fulminating Charge happen here, so stack on one side of the boss and have the circles get as far away as possible. If you run out of room, have them commit Sudoku in the storm instead. And the random frontal happens as well, so watch out and don't get hit. Tanks will now get an unavoidable beam, but it also deals raid-wide damage based on how much damage he takes, so use defensives and externals to lower it as much as you can. And lastly on Heroic, Magnetic Charge makes a player deal fall-off damage and pull everyone to them when it ends, just like Zymox. Have them run to the other side of the boss or as far away as they can. Kill the boss before you run out of room or your tanks are the only ones left. Congrats on clearing the first raid in Dragonflight. Now we can relax and try not to think about when we had to farm domination shards. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one.